Hi there. Are you looking for a calm space to find in this turbulent world? Are you looking for more love, more peace, and more abundance in your life? Do you want to wake up each day with greater purpose and feel more fulfilled? If you are, then CSLNJ is the place for you. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, North Jersey. Over the past 2 decades, our open and affirming community has created a safe space for all to come and be uplifted. I hope you enjoy watching. And if you like what you see, please visit us at cslnj.org.
So we're thinking back to some old favorites. Let's call it classics. So I'm going to need your help. Everybody that knows this song, I expect you to sing it. Get up on your feet, get your blood moving. There we go. I open myself in sweet surrender to the Lord's love light of the one. I open myself in sweet surrender to the Lord's love light of the one. I'm open to you. I'm open to you. I'm open to you. I'm open to you. I open myself in sweet surrender to the Lord's love light of the one. I open myself in sweet surrender to the Lord's love light of the one. I'm open to you. I'm open to you. I'm open to you. I'm open to you. Everybody sing good. I open myself in sweet surrender to the Lord's love light of the one. I open myself in sweet surrender to the Lord's love light of the one. I'm open to you. 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 Good morning! Woo! Right, that's how we do it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How's everybody?
Excellent. Guten Tag.
I'm Edna Davey, and I'm your host today
Hey.
on this glorious, beautiful, as Noel was saying, Father's Day, and just every day, Sunday.
Well, we got summer solstice today.
That's right.
And today is the first day of summer.
And it's also Black Music History Month, correct?
And it's Black Music History Month.
Wow.
Neil, for father, you hit the jackpot. Well, lucky, all you fathers, Donald and Matt and Reverend Joel and yeah. Okay, that's it so far. Come on, people. Where are you, fathers? Let's begin with our welcome. I think that
I apologize. There are no
put it in the chat.
programs. There are no programs this week.
No programs this week, so
You're
going to have to
remember.
work on your memory,
Yeah.
folks. All right,
Wait one
I'm
second.
sure we know. Okay,
I
Neil's
will-
going to put it in the chat.
Yeah, we know it.
I will for sure. All right.
And all set. Okay, so we are an open and affirming Science of Mind community where the vibration of love lifts you, the wisdom of the ages inspires you, and the science of mind teaching empowers you. We believe that heaven and hell are states of consciousness that you experience in this lifetime. You are the architect of your life, and it is never too late to know true happiness. Welcome, family. We will begin with an opening chant with Clive and Ty.
So as always, I'd like to invite you to just settle in. Settle into your seat, settle into your spirit, settle into your energy. Allow the song to wash over you and listen to the words and let them seep into the fiber of your being and sing along when you're ready. I am the I am. I am the I am. I am the I am. I am. I am. I am the I am. I am the I am. I am the I am. I am. I am. Find your voice. I am the I am. I am the I am. I am the I am. I am. I am. Once more, from the soul. I am the I am. I am the I am. I am the I am. I am. I am.
What I know is that I am so moved by this thought, by this idea, by this truth that I am, that the Spirit of God indwells me and indwells every single person on the planet. This I am is light and joy and peace and goodness, and it is right here, right within our own hearts, in my heart. I know that this truth blesses me and blesses everyone. I know that this truth imparts wisdom, inspires goodness, and is the all that is all. I am so grateful to know this. I am so grateful to feel this, to live this, to be this. Thank you, Spirit, for this truth. Thank you, Spirit, for the love, the joy, and all the goodness that is always right here within my person, within the person of each person here, of each person that realizes it, that knows it, that lives it. Thank you, Spirit. I surrender my will to love, to law, and to the awe of life itself. Thank you. And so it is.
And so it is. Once again, find your voice. Join in. I am, I am. 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 am. One more I am. I am. One last time. I am.
And we're all so happy to be here today.
Amen. Yes.
And so now we're going to do our peace practice. This is an interesting, a first time for me. I was thinking about how I would introduce it. In my travels, I got to the movies last week and I saw Disclosure Day.
Oh, yeah.
One of the main themes for me was empathy and how other beings teach us empathy and can bring empathy to the world. And that's one of the significant disclosures, I thought. And so our peace practice does, if we think about it, it's based on empathy for each other. And so when we think of peace, let's think of understanding.
This is the wording of the piece right now.
Got it. Been doing it for a while now.
Well, I've been doing it for a while. I still read it.
I would still need it.
And so, repeat after me. I am the peace that I want to see.
I am the peace I want to see.
I know this peace through my family.
I know this peace for my family.
I know this peace for my community.
I know this peace for my community.
My community knows this peace for my nation.
My community knows this peace for my nation.
And my community knows this peace for the world.
And my community knows this peace for the world.
And now Joe's going to have a reading for us.
This morning's reading is from the Science of Mind textbook, and it's on individuality. The higher the sense of truth, the greater will be the realization of the uniqueness of individualized character and personality. The real self is God-given and cannot be denied. It is the place where God comes to a point of individualized and personified expression. I am the light of the world. Individuality means self-choice, volition, conscious mind, personified spirit, complete freedom, and a power to back up that freedom. There could not be a mechanical or an unspontaneous individuality. Individuality must be created in the image of perfection and let alone to make this stupendous discovery for itself. It emerges from the universal. Psychology teaches the personification of this individuality, which is true as far as it goes, but metaphysics universalizes it by unifying it with the whole. There is a universal nature of man inherent within him, which causes the manifestation of his personality, the Spirit of God. Thank you.
Oh, what a beautiful morning, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Are we going to place some sunshine? Yeah, if you look around the room, you see it's everywhere. And since this is the first day of summer officially, it's a perfect song to celebrate. It is solstice. And if you know it, you can sing along. Sunshine on my shoulder makes me happy. Sunshine in my eyes can make me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high. If I had a day that I could give you, I'd give to you a day just like today. If I had a song that I could sing for you, I'd sing a song to make you feel this way. Sing with me. Sunshine on my shoulder makes me happy. Sunshine in my eyes can make me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high. If I had a tale that I could tell you, I'd tell a tale sure to make you smile. If I had a wish that I could wish for you, I'd make a wish for sunshine all over the world. Here we go, everybody sing with me. Sunshine on my shoulder makes me happy. Sunshine in my eyes can make me cry. Sunshine on the water looks so lovely. Sunshine almost always makes me high. Sunshine almost all the time makes me high. Sunshine almost always.
Yes.
Good morning.
All right. Happy every day.
Yeah. Yes.
All sorts of things we celebrate today. And I'm so glad that it's summer. I was getting a little tired, cold, and snow, ice. So, Neil, be positive. Okay. The transition was lovely from that beautiful winter to what we have now. This is lovely. I enjoyed the transition, but I'm not going back. So we're we're talking about accepting what is. And accepting what is, you know, we look at the overall theme for the year, which is the audacity to awaken. And I can't imagine a particular state of being awake that is more vital than accepting what is. If you're awake, right? And you have the audacity to awaken. And a big part of that awakening is being able to say, yeah, yes, this is actually what's happening. Give me a reason why somebody would not accept what is. Yes, young lady.
The bank wouldn't issue my checking the way I wanted it.
The bank wouldn't issue your checking the way you want
They
it.
made me wait 24 hours.
Right.
I didn't want to wait.
That's right.
There you go.
And how much did you complain or fret over? A lot.
I did.
Yes. Okay. But you had to say, yes, this is actually happening.
I had to wait.
Right? You did. You got, you know.
So I made myself more upset than.
Well, that's true. Absolutely true. And we will get to that for sure, because that's what ends up happening. Nobody pays a price, man. Nobody does that. I wanted to start with a little something from Eckhart Tolle, because acceptance is presence. You have to be present in order to accept it. Who better than Eckhart Tolle? Does the past take up a great deal of your attention? Do you frequently talk and think about it, either positively or negatively? The great things you have achieved, your adventures or experiences, or your victim story, and the dreadful things that were done to you, or maybe what you did to somebody else. Are your thought process creating guilt, pride, resentment, anger, regret, or self-pity? Then you are not only reinforcing a false sense of self, but also helping to accelerate your body's aging process by creating an accumulation of past in your psyche. Verify this for yourself by observing those around you who have a strong tendency to hold on to the past. Die to the past. Every moment. You don't need it, only refer to it. I use my memories, I don't let my memories use it. Only refer to it when it is absolutely relevant to the present. Feel the power of this moment and the fullness of being. Feel your presence. And so let's talk about actually, literally accepting what is. Accepting what is doesn't mean liking it. Doesn't mean approving of it. What is not always something you're going to be thrilled about. It does not mean becoming passive in the face of it and just saying, you know, it's funny how people use that expression. Well, it is what it is. And that can be used that way, meaning like, well, it's out of my control, and, you know, I don't care, it is what it is. But literally, it is what it is. And you better, if you don't accept that, you're not going forward in a relatively decent way moving forward. It doesn't mean allowing people to abuse you, mistreat you, manipulate you, walk all over you. Acceptance is not weakness. Acceptance is not surrender. Acceptance, and this is really big, acceptance is the willingness to know the truth. And accept the truth. Acceptance is the courage to say, this is what is happening. Right here, right now. Most of our suffering doesn't come from what's happening. Most of our suffering comes from our argument with ourselves about what's happening. This can't be happening to me. Well, I'm like this. You know, that's the side where we're gonna spend more time struggling and suffering. We're attached to it for a long time. It's the attachment to these things that happen that affects you long term and creates the suffering. The event itself may cause you pain. And okay, anybody in here ever had pain? How many people survived? Well, I'm assuming all of you. So, you know, but it's our argument with it that makes it difficult. It's our unwillingness to believe the truth about what is. We want things to be different. I get it. You're not happy that, you know, I wasn't real happy. Trust me, last week I was not happy at all with the fact that my air conditioning unit on my car went out. And I was about to loan it to Jessa, who was here for the past week. And thank God she's from Florida. She didn't care about the air. She used to the heat. I didn't like it, but it's like, what am I going to do? I didn't bitch, I didn't moan, I didn't complain. I sat back and I go, all right, plan B. How much is it going to cost? $1,200. Nope. No, scratch plan B. We're not doing that. You know, finally found a way to handle the situation. You know, but it's like could have been. We make ourselves so unhappy by wishing something was different. We want reality to be different. We want the diagnosis to be different. Yeah, I don't mind that one. We want our relationship to be different. We want the election to be different.
Yeah.
Well,
We want our bank account to be different. We want our body to be different. We want our children to be different. All the while, that's understandable, but there's one understandable fact. Wishing it was different is never going to make it happen. You can't do that. Reality has never changed because we complain. God.
Tony like that.
something like that.
There was no situation that you sit there and you looked at it and said, I really wish they had let me into that college. And, you know, it's like, oh, you wanted to go in there. Of course, we'll rearrange things for you. Don't worry about it. You know, just step in and make that happen. That does not mean that prayer doesn't work and that our affirmations and intentions and all, you know, we focus our energy and that does get affected in a lot of different ways. But, you know, we spend so much energy resisting what exists now, you know, and we resist so much. We resist the past. The past is, I don't like the way my past was. Well, good luck fixing that. You need to work on who you are now. We resist. We resist the present. We resist ourselves. Just kind of an interesting thing, but we do. Resistance keeps us trapped, and acceptance sets us free. When you accept what's really happening, you're free. You have the ability to let go. You have the ability to move on. You have the ability not to run around bitching to people all the time about what just happened to you. Get over it. Not always that easy. Don't get me wrong. And in science of mind, we have law, right? We have the love, we have the law, the power, and the presence. There's, to quote Holmes, we can no more change the law than we can alter the stars in their courses, but we can change our use of it. The law is the law. We live in a world of cause and effect. That's the world we live in, cause and effect, which means we can change it. It means we can change our use of the law in order to create better what we want, the situation we want to be in, than what we're in now. But you are where you are.
Where do we start with that?
You always start at the beginning. So, I'm sorry, where do we start with that meaning?
Changing the law, or our use of the law.
Well, to give you a very simple example, if you've been coming along and realizing that you can't make the sort of income that you would like to make, it's probably because your consciousness, and we'll get into consciousness in a minute, your consciousness is one of lack. Okay? The law is going to reflect back to you whatever your consciousness is. Now, you can't out-demonstrate your consciousness, right? So you need to shift your consciousness. So you can use the law by shifting your consciousness. Now, you have the tool to know how to shift your consciousness, right? And now, the law reflects back to you your consciousness of prosperity as opposed to one of lack. Sometimes you need help. Sometimes you need to talk to somebody, work with somebody, a prayer partner, a coach, counselor, whatever it is, to get you to that point of being able to let go of that old consciousness. But until there's a shift in consciousness, there's not a shift in you. If you own a business, your business will not grow any more than you grow. So your consciousness is being developed all the time. Your business will grow too. But in what that is in our teaching, that statement from Holmes is really profound and really solid. They're about changing things. And, there are things that have already happened. There's words that were spoken. There were choices that were made. There were events that occurred. Got the diagnosis. It is what it is. The relationship ended. The person died. Reality exists. That's reality. And we need to face the truth of it. The question isn't whether we like it or not. The question is, what do we do with it now? What do we do with it now that we know what it is? And by the way, how are you going to change anything if you don't know what it is? What are you going to change? Something that's not what it is still it. It's not what it wasn't, but it was what it is. So, you can't change something that you don't know what it is, right?
Right.
Just like we use the GPS thing all the time about, you got to put in where you are right now before it tells you how to get where you want your butt to be next, right?
Right.
If you don't know where you are right now, I don't know, technology could put it, I don't know, you tell me, I don't know. But you have to know that. And that's what we're talking about. So what are we going to do with it now? It's a lawful universe. Science of mind tells us that it's a lawful universe. The conditions of our lives are often the result of previous thoughts, beliefs, habits, decisions, and actions. Can I get an agreement on that?
Yeah.
What you're living right now is a result of the results of previous thoughts. And as Eckhart Tolle says, that trying to remember the exact quote, I use it all the time, not coming into my brain right now. But he basically said, it's the quality of your consciousness that determines the future, right? We just went over it, that's right. It's the quality of your consciousness that determines the future. What is it that determines the quality of your consciousness? And we've been talking about it all morning. It's your ability to be present. Your next moment, forget tomorrow, forget next month, you're in the process of creating your life all the time. That's all you do. No wonder you're exhausted. That's all you do is create your life. What a privilege. When I think about it now, I can create my life. Holy
Moly.
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 Think about that. And I can create any life I want. I could become a blonde or a redhead. I could do whatever I want.
Yes, you could.
So, in creating our life, but getting back to Eckhart Tolle, but he says, what is it that determines the quality of your consciousness? It's your ability to be present. And that's what we're talking about here. If you can't be present, if you can't accept what is, then you're making unconscious choices in this moment. If you're making unconscious choices in this moment, how good do you think, how happy do you think you're going to be with those choices? You're going to go, hell, what did I miss? So that didn't work. But if you make conscious choices, and you'll hear it reflected in common language. Oh, yeah, no, I have bad karma. I just have bad luck. They don't exist. Those things don't exist. There's nothing about that that's true. Okay? Now all of a sudden, I get very conscious because I've been very present while I've been making those choices. And you walk around saying, I got good luck, man. I mean, I got good karma. No, you didn't have bad, you don't have good. It's just, karma is just another word for action. So we're really talking about cause and effect. But basically, what he's saying is, you need to be conscious of what's happening now, where you are, in order for that to take place and happen. Today's experience is yesterday's consciousness made visible.
Right.
That's what it is. Here's a couple of good realizations. You cannot, this is too confusing. You cannot change what is as it is. You have to change what is by changing what was while living with what is.
Who said that? Ernest?
Reverend Neil Pinkman. I'll always leave you guessing. Basically, you cannot change what is as it is. You have to change what is by changing what was while living with what is.
Okay.
Which basically means you can't change yesterday. It brought you here. So I have to deal with it in the now.
Right.
If I want it to be different. And it's just saying that today's experience is the reflecting back to you of yesterday's consciousness.
Exactly.
You did this to yourself. You made yourself into a beautiful person. You can be more beautiful. You can be more happy. Okay? It's definitely up to you. The way you create a different tomorrow is not by denying today's reality. You can't deny, you can't say it's not happening. It's by changing your consciousness now. Many people think spirituality is transcending reality. It's not. Science of mind tells us that. We transform reality by first acknowledging it. Then you can transform it. You cannot heal what you will not face. You cannot transform what you will not acknowledge. You cannot release what you refuse to own, and that includes ourselves. You must accept yourself. But as Carl Jung said, the most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. You'd probably be freaked out if you just became who you were. You'd probably walk out and go, oh, this is just a whole different life. I feel so different. If you let go of all that other. So I didn't time myself. How am I doing on time?
It's 20 after.
That only helps if I know when I start. And spiritual growth begins the moment we stop running. And the moment we can look honestly at ourselves and say, yeah, this is who I am today. Not who I was 10 years ago. Does me no good today.
Right.
I may be really happy about the person I was 10 years ago, and I can tell you, nobody in here is the same person they were. But because I've been in this community so long, I'm an entirely different person and can handle everything so much better because of it. Not who I hope to become, not who I pretend to be, but who I am right now. Acceptance is not the end of growth. Acceptance is the beginning of growth, because once I stop denying reality, I can work with it. I can do something with it. I can change mine. Acceptance is a call to presence right now, right here. Acceptance is a call to presence. Presence. What does presence ask? Presence ask. What is actually happening? What is true? Not your version of it. What is true? What am I feeling? What is mine to do? What is mine to release? When we become present, something remarkable happens. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? We begin asking, how is this going to work for me? This is what it is. I know what it is. How is this going to work for me? Because it will. Life happens for us, not to us. If we accept what it is as the truth, we can, from there, alter and change our lives. And that doesn't mean it's easy, right? They say old gifts don't come in a nice wrapping. That's not necessarily not necessarily pretty or easy. But if what is happening is causing us discomfort or pain, the longer it takes us to understand what's exactly happening, the longer we suffer. One of the greatest spiritual misconceptions is that acceptance means doing nothing. That is so untrue. And hopefully you've learned that here. Acceptance is the beginning of a new transition. It's a redevelopment. It's the place to start. It's the place to kick off from. So, a few questions you can ask yourself. I didn't cry once during this talk. What reality are you resisting? What's something that's happening in your life where you're going, no, that's just, I'll ignore it, it just can't be. Ignoring something is resistance, right? What truth are you arguing with? What part of yourself are you refusing to accept? What circumstance are you wishing away instead of working with? Because the moment you start arguing with reality, something becomes extraordinarily possible. everything becomes possible. Acceptance is not giving up. It's waking up. It's not weakness, it's power. Acceptance is not the end of transformation, it's where it begins. So please, start today. Stop arguing with life. Stop arguing with life long enough to listen to it. See what the message is. Open up. Allow the message to come through so you know what to do. And may we accept ourselves completely. We brought us here. We can bring us somewhere else. But accept yourself for who you are and love that person. And from there, you can just create whatever it is you want your life to be, the way you want it, the way you thought it would be and want it to be. All right, thank you. Let's take this in a prayer. I accept that I am a truly unique expression of the divine mind. I accept that whatever happens to me happens for me, not to me. I accept, excuse me, I accept that I am a vehicle of love on this plane for the entire time that I'm here. I came from love. I am love. I will continue on wherever as love. So I love myself for who I am. I accept myself absolutely for who I am. I know that that acceptance is what makes me whole and complete. It's what allows me to release and let go of any argument with life, of any discomfort. I know that who I am comes from how I handle what is and how beautifully I allow my life to unfold, not with a struggle, but with an acceptance and a knowing of the truth. So I know that all that comes from, as we say, from a power greater than me, not that I can use, that I am using, whenever and however. And I am so grateful for that, and I'm so grateful to be able to know that that is how to live a joyful life. So I surrender these words to that power and the presence, the love, and the law that does make all of this possible, all the time. Please join me in saying, and so it is.
The suit that I'm wearing is my father's. And I wear it for occasions like this. It's the only one I kept. Had it altered. He's a little bigger than me. A little shorter than me, too. And it gives me great pleasure to remember him, to feel him against me sometimes. It's beautiful. So I also want to make mention before we jump into the song that Neil, at the back of the table, on the table back there, is a card and some flowers for you for Father's Day.
For me?
For you.
Oh, thank you.
And also a card for Tony for her birthday. And flowers. So I want to invite you next year when we do Father's Day or Mother's Day. Wear something, carry something that reminds you of them. Especially if you have fond memories. You know, you can just bring a mirror. You know, just look at them in the mirror because that's who they are. They're you. All right, let me get this on. Back when I was a child, before I Lord, the innocence. My father would lift me up, dance with me and my mother in bed. He would spin me around till I fell asleep. Then up the stairs he would carry me, and I knew for sure I was loved. If I could get another chance, another walk, another dance with him, I'd play a song that would never end. How I love to dance with my father again. When I and my mother would disagree, to get my way I would run from her to him. He'd make me laugh just to comfort me, then finally make me do just what my mother said. Late that night when I was asleep, he left $1 under my sheet. Never dreamed that he would be gone from me. If I could steal another glance, a final step, one final dance with him, I'd play a song that would never, ever end. How I love to dance with my father again. Sometimes I listen outside her door and hear her mama cry for him. I pray for her even more than me. I pray for her even more than me. No, I pray not much too much, but could you send the only thing she does? I know you don't do it usually, but dear Lord, she's dying to dance with my father again. Every night I fall asleep, and this is all I ever dream. All right, so now this is one that you are required to join us on. It's a very simple song. So if you don't get it the first time, it's going to go around a couple of times. And once you get to the end, you'll know the song. It's for the solstice. Oh, please give earth, sun, sky, and sea. You are inside, and all around me. Oh, praise be given, earth, sun, sky, and sea. You are inside, and all around me. All right, here we go. Oh, Coming back to you. You ready? You know the words now, right? So now it's on you. One last time. I know you got it. Always feel earth, sun, sky, and sea. You are inside, and all around me, all around me, and all around me, one more time, and all around me.
Center for Spiritual Living, North Jersey, we believe in empowering individuals to discover their inner strength and their connection to divine life. Through our supportive community, transformative workshops, and uplifting services, we provide a safe space for personal growth and spiritual exploration. Whether you're seeking clarity, healing, or a deeper understanding of life's mysteries, our center offers practical tools and timeless wisdom to help you thrive. Join us in creating a more diverse, compassionate, and kind world. Your world, the way you want to create it.